You want to be a knife maniac running around backstabbing everyone in the lobby? Well then. Dang it, I missed the backstab. Well then, you've come to the right place. So here's a guide to knives. First off, the loadout you want to choose. My suggestion is bow, Uzi, knife, grenade. But if you have the exo gun, I would definitely use that. But if you don't, Uzi is definitely a good choice. Now, I would say, unless you're deciding to use like the RPG, I would not. I would keep with the um, grenade, so that way you can grenade jump. Because unless you're doing that, then you know. So, if you are using the grenade or the RPG, then switch. And then you don't have to use the grenade. But I would suggest using the grenade, so that way you can grenade jump. So, it doesn't matter what your secondary is, but I would suggest having the grenade. Alright, now, first off, you gotta learn how to move. So, instead of running around like this, so while this is good movement, it's plenty of speed, you want to learn how to sled jump. Sled jumping looks like this. It's a lot harder to hit, and it's a lot faster than just walking like this. How you're going to do it is you're going to slide and then jump. So, the good tip I have for this is you're going to want to go to your settings, go to your keybinds, or hotkeys, sorry, go down to your sprint, or your slide, and change it so from crouch you'll have C, get rid of that. You can leave whatever you have, your other thing, but make sure what you want to use for slide, I have mine on C, is set to just slide, because if I try and crouch, this could happen. It's crouching midair, and we don't want that, because that'll slow you down a lot. So, practice moving that in all directions, especially practice switching from back and like do a little 360. That'll also help you a lot for in the future. Alright, once you've got your slide jumping down, you can move in a lot of other directions, not just forward, but also backwards. Backwards is pretty central. Then you can move on to the movement tech, because there's more to movement than just slide jumping. If you're using the bow, which is why I suggest the bow, you have a double jump. So, what you're going to do is you're going to jump, or you're going to slide jump, switch your bow, and jump. Double jump. That way you can get some extra harder hits of movement, and you also have that long range in case you need it. So that's why I suggested the bow. Now, once you've got your... Oh, make sure to also switch back to your knife after you do your bow jump. Now, after you've got your movement tech and your slide jumps down, you can get onto the knife. Now, dang it, somebody flashbanged me. You can get onto the knife. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to want to run up, use that bow jumps. But what you want to do, once you're about, like, maybe, if you can calculate it, like maybe 4 or so, you're going to want to turn around, do a backward slide, and try and go for the backstab. So it'll look like this. Because you can actually backstab people from the front. If you're looking the same way and you're like right up against them, as well, you can backstab people from above them. You just look above them and kind of where they're looking. Now, do not forget that you have a quick melee. The quick melee is not just there for whatever reasons. If you're on your bow and you just bow jump, oh gosh, there's someone here. And so you have, like, you're just doing your cool movements and whatever on top of the roof. Like, oh, easy opportunity. But since my knife takes longer, so say you're like this, you won't be able to get it because your knife has that little time, so you have to stop for a second. So use that quick melee for a backstab. Oop, it lagged. For a backstab, and that'll get you that backstab, and you can still be holding your bow. Now, your knife does provide some extra movement, so try and switch back to your knife after you bow jump, because that way you have that extra bit of movement. Alright, now, how to grenade jump. A lot of people grenade jump like this, they just throw it on the ground, and then basically just stand and do that, but that's not very good. It's kind of really hard to pull it off consistently, especially the way I did it, but it's really hard to do it consistently. Instead, there's a better way. What you're going to do is you're going to take your grenade, you're going to hold it in your hand, and once it starts coming closer, you're going to slide jump and look behind you. Oh, my game lagged. Hold on, I gotta read that. You're going to let that come closer. Once it gets closer, slide jump and do that. And look behind you, or you can just slide jump. It works. You get more distance if you look behind you, but you can still do it. Now, once you've rusted your grenade jump, you're going to want to master the bow. Now, I'm not saying go and do those crazy challenges you see on YouTube, they're like bow only kind of stuff. So that can help you a lot, especially since the bow is a really good weapon, in my opinion. Just practice your aim enough that you can use it no game. A quick tip here is, let's say this purple guy right here, the dummy, is walking towards this blue jump pad. Instead of aiming right at the dummy, aim where he's going. So that way it hits him right. Oop, it hits him. And you want to try and hit headshots, but if they're like peeking on, say, a roof, a slanted roof, like this, I would just go for the bow spam instead of charging. And if you're not sure if you're going to be able to get at least 150 charge, do not go for a charge because 50% only does 20 damage on a body, so yeah. After you've learned how to use the bow, I'll teach you this one-shot combo. So if you bow spam two headshots or one headshot or two body, so just two body or three body and a quick melee will kill one headshot. Oh, okay, I kill him. One headshot, two headshots, and a quick melee will also kill him. Actually, I think, no, yeah, you'll have to do the quick melee, but they will be on 10 HP, so you can do literally anything you want. Now, quick tip for, again, if they're peeking on roofs, like they're just running up and down the roof, they're not actually like doing this, like they're like this and they're just peeking up and down, is if you just kind of fire at the roof, your normal fire, you're probably gonna get them, because it's, but do remember you do have a limited ammo, you do not have unlimited, so just be sure. Now, what can you switch out? Now, your secondary can be literally anything. I don't recommend the shorty just because you're gonna, just because you kind of have the knife for that, and once you get good enough, you can just back that pretty consistently. You don't really need that shorty. Now, you can also switch out your secondary or your utility for literally anything. I recommend the freeze ray if you are going to do that. And then here's the combo for that. If you are going to do that is fire once and then quick melee and to the back. Because if while they're in ice, they take less damage. So you want to just make sure that your backstab is not that. So you can just freeze ray. Oh, I freeze ray myself. Whoopsies, guys. I freeze ray myself. Love me. You're going to want to make sure you freeze ray. And look at that, that's a kill. Yep, there goes dead. So, you can't really switch out the knife anything because that's your knife, but you can, if you're running on like a map with lots of high ground, say cargo, flamethrower can be good, just a little boost, or RPG. That can also be a good one, just because, yeah, RPG can be good. I would definitely recommend you getting the freeze ray if you're gonna do RPG, because this stuff is just really good combined, because you can do a lot of cool combos with it. Now, I don't recommend, even though the med kit is pretty good, especially because you can do some cool heals, I don't recommend it, just because you can definitely still, because it's just not as good, especially if you can just one-shot them, you don't really need to heal. So if you are going to use if you don't want to use the grenade, then I would go freeze ray. I would not I would definitely, things I would stay away from are is of course the sniper. That's like contradicting your entire thing. I would stay away from the shorty just because you have a knife. I would stay away from literally anything that's not a knife because you need that. And I would stay away from the smoke grenade. The flashbang's a mid. Like if you have flashbang, it's really hard to flashbang people in my opinion. So you can definitely get good at it, but I would still recommend you just not using the flashbang and definitely not the smoke grenade. Because a smoke grenade will definitely cause you to not be able to see, and so that way you can't see anything. Like it'll be like this, but all gray, so you can't see anything. See you guys next time.